Because
Hi, Rashidi. Hi, Rashidi. COOPERATE.
Alright, everyone's got our own workout. Haley, face up.
Got it out.
Just to let you guys all know, I am recording this. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's just for me, and it's for my teachers at UVM. Just to check in. See
well, you record our face.
Nope, it's just looking at me, Mark.
You're good.
You can come up here and smile with me if you want after, but right now it's just me. So, alright, does everyone have their assignment out? Everyone get their assignment done?
I got it done.
I was homework day yesterday. Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't here, sorry about that, but anyway, not a big deal. Alright, so question one, right, we're going to start. When it's your turn, why don't you guys read the question and then give your answer. So, no, we're going to go in order. Emma, you got everyone?
I don't know. We said we didn't feel that the
Let's read the question. Let's take the question.
The question was, do you feel that the U.S. should have wanted to acquire Cuba from Spain? Why or why not? And we said that we don't feel like the U.S. should have wanted to acquire Cuba from Spain because they didn't provide us with like a ton of resources. The only thing the U.S. would gain was like more territory and businessmen who already had like sugarcane plantations would get those, but it was kind of just inconvenient because it was convenient because it was 90 miles away from Florida. Other than that, there wasn't a lot of benefits.
Great answer. So that approach is more of, what type of approach? Does anyone know what word I'm thinking of? Tough game.
Nope.
Isolationist approach, right?
Oh.
That's saying U.S. is going to stay within the U.S., that we don't need to expand, and we're not in favor of taking Cuba. I know this is just this one group's question. Did anyone take the other side? Did anyone say yes?
I said yes because I think we should have freed them from Spain, like not taking the territory for ourselves, but like just fought with them, freed them from Spain. Spain wasn't doing too good things for them.
So Spain had concentration camps in Cuba, right? So your approach was that we should have went into Cuba and fought alongside the rebels and helped them liberate themselves, and then returned it to the original people and let them govern themselves. Another great answer. Just two different approaches. It's an opinion-based question. Good stuff. Who had number two?
Oh, we did.
Okay.
So the question was, what was the American public's opinion on supporting the Cuban rebels in the war versus Spain? And how would you have felt about the U.S. supporting the rebels? And we said the opinion was split. Many wanted the government to support Spain in order to protect their investments, and others valued the Cuban form of independence. And personally, we think the U.S. should have cared more for the independence side of things more than the investments, because people's rights are more important than protection and settlement.
Great answer. So, split opinion, as I said. Again, more isolationist by some people saying let's not get involved. Some people saying we have to go in there, protect people's rights, get them freedom, liberate them from an oppressive regime. And did anyone say they would not have supported the rebels? Or was everyone basically, we feel that these people's rights matter, we need to support them? Everyone said we have to support them? Cool. When I wrote it up, I also wrote I had to support them. I think that was a pretty general feeling. Alright, who's got three? Adam?
What is yellow journalism and how is it used during the Spanish-American War? Is yellow journalism gone or does it exist today? We said yellow journalism is exaggerating problems in media, and it was used to make problems out of proportion.
Second half of that question.
And that's all we have.
Yeah, it can still be used today.
Is it used at all today?
Yes.
Yeah? Does the media still blow things out of proportion? Does it make exaggerated headlines, crazy pictures to sell more papers?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So this is not something that's gone. That happened 100 years ago, the 1890s, early 1900s. Nope, it still exists. And just to get a little more detail on that yellow journalism piece, papers actually sent photographers down to Cuba to take pictures of these atrocities that were going on. Photographers went back or telegrammed back and said, there's not much going on here like that needs to be covered. And the writers and the paper's owners said, no, let's make something, get me a picture that I can write this crazy story about. Because I want to sell papers, and I'll produce the headlines, I'll produce the war, but I need an artistic image out of you. That's how much they wanted to use this yellow journalism to sell papers. Yep.
Was it more about selling papers or was it more about swaying public opinion?
I'd say it was both. That they wanted, from the business point of view, they wanted to sell, obviously make money, advance their companies, and sell the papers. But by the more public movement they got behind the war, then the more of this they could continue to do. We good on that one? Any questions on yellow journalism? Okay. 4. Who had 4? The test. Read it to me. What did you get?
What was the DeLome letter and why did it anger Americans? Who said that it was a private letter by Spanish Minister Enrique Q. DeLome that was published, which criticized the U.S. president, calling him weak and easily swayed by the public, which angered the Americans.
Yep. That'd be like, say I was writing a letter back to my advisors at UVM, and I wrote about my mentor teacher, Mr. Metz, and I said he was extremely weak, and in the history class we sit in together, he's weak, and I don't think he's the best teacher ever. And then you guys heard that. Would you guys like me very much anymore? Would you guys say, oh, that Mr. Venezia is awesome? And be like, what's he doing? He's calling my teacher weak. I don't like him. You'd be mad, right?
What do you think about him?
I think Mr. Metz is not weak. I think he's a great teacher. And I'm learning a ton from him. So, I can't say that. But that was an example. That had no validity behind it. But exactly, if you insult someone that people respect, people look up to, they're not going to like you very much for that. Exactly. It angers, so the same with the American people. Excuse me, Jordan? Look up to yourself? Good. Be your own role model. Alright, let's keep moving on. USS Maine. Who was in charge of the Maine?
Not me.
Carson, was it? To hell with Spain, remember the name? Yes, it was.
Okay, so the question is, what happened to the USS Maine? How did this affect public opinion about going to war? And where were these feelings justified? We wrote, the USS Maine was a ship that was sent by President McKinley to get Americans out of Cuba to avoid them fighting for their land. The ship exploded in port and killed about 260 men. After a while passed, people began to believe it was the Spaniards who blew up the ship, and the news was quickly exaggerated to worsen the chances to avoid war. The war was eventually started with the main reason being the destruction of the Maine.
First of all, fantastic public speaking. And so, well, it was good. You were worried about it. You just did a good job. So does that seem just so? What did we just talk about? This USS Maine controversy tie into? Exactly. Something happened. We didn't know how it happened. We don't know if it was the Spaniards or was it something just to do with the ship. The American people didn't know. But obviously the journalist used yellow journalism, blew the whole thing out of proportion. I mean, it was a major event. Over 260 men lost their lives. Major event, but the press blew it out of proportion. And now, no matter what, the American people feel hurt. They feel like they were attacked. And they're going to war with Spain now.
Do they know if it's actually Spain that blew up the USS Maine?
I believe it's a Boilermaker, or a boiler, correct, was the official,
Yeah,
it wasn't missile, there wasn't anything like that, it was a boiler.
Yeah, it was secondary explosion because it was also carrying weapons and ammunition as well, which was not, you know.
Some people believed it was the Spanish, some people believe it was Cubans, rebels trying to frame the Spanish for doing it, but in the end it turns out it was just someone with the ship. So, again, yellow journalism, blowing things up out of proportion, almost basically creating a war out of this. It's crazy. Alright? Who had 6?
How are there events that took place on the opposite side of the world, Cuba and Philippines, connected? So we said that the events in Cuba and Philippines were connected because the American naval forces were like fighting Spain, and they're across the world, and they're like battling for these places that are owned by Spain.
Exactly. So, who had ownership over the Philippines?
Spain.
Spanish. Ownership over Cuba.
Spain.
Are they close to each other? No, just, we don't have the map off, but just in our heads. Are Cuba and the Philippines close to each other?
No.
No. So, George Dewey, Commodore in the Navy, took the fleet, went to Manila in the Philippines, and destroyed a large part of the Spanish fleet in the Philippines. Although, at the moment, U.S. is more concerned with Cuba, I think more events are happening in Cuba, they still relate to each other, right? Starts geopolitics. Things all over the world tie into each other.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do, Mark. Excellent. Mark, do you have the next one? Is that right? Yes, you do, Mark. You and Brandon have 7, right?
Yeah.
What do you got for me? What was the question?
Who were the Rough Riders and how did they affect the war? Did they deserve all the praise they received?
Brandon, why don't you answer it?
Alright, we wrote, they were cavalry, and cavalry was in charge of riding on horses to kill infantry. We believe they did deserve the praise because they did a lot for the army. They helped support the army in many ways. They participated in Kettle Hill, and they also charged San Juan Hill and made the Spanish fleet flee from Cuba.
Good answer. Good definition of cavalry. Who led the Rough Riders? Why do they? What's the historic big deal? Who led them?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Thank you. Exactly. Teddy Roosevelt, future president of the United States.
Also Leonard Wood.
Leonard Wood. Exactly. We shouldn't forget him. Does anyone else have a different opinion, maybe on the recognition piece? Does everyone here feel they deserve tons of praise? I know we all answered the question. Dawn, do you think they deserve all the praise?
Yeah.
You said yes?
Yeah.
Ben?
I think they deserve some praise, but not as much as they got, because like sometimes, like in a document that we read about it, it explains that some of the things that like yellow journalism kind of came in like can't think of the word.
Exaggerated.
Over exaggerated what they
Thank
did.
you, Owen. The best you guys answer?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think everyone deserves praise because in war, everyone's risking their life. So I think that everyone deserves as much praise as anyone would.
I think that's a great answer. And
Yeah.
I think that answer then relates to this because while they deserved praise, no doubt they were in the war, they were risking their lives, there was a lot of other people involved in that war, a lot of other units that didn't necessarily receive the same praise. So maybe it was not that they don't deserve as much praise, but everyone should be recognized for their efforts and their heroic actions. That seems like a pretty,
Yeah.
covers a lot of things? Cool. Treaty of Paris.
What was accomplished at the Treaty of Paris? So, on August 12th, the U.S. and Spain, they signed a ceasefire, and that ended the war between them. And then at the Treaty of Paris, Spain and the U.S., they met with each other.